Howdy, lads and lassies. How are y'all today? Today we're going to talk about something that I get asked all the time. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Luke A. Shoots. I was an executive protection specialist for over 20 years. I'm recently retired, and I started a YouTube channel for fun because I'm really into YouTube. I listen and take in tons and tons of YouTube information. I just wanted to share some of that knowledge with you guys, and that's why my channel is kind of a plethora of tons of stuff. More importantly, I'm not the expert of my own channel. I have a whole bunch of friends. Like, I'm really good at going out and meeting the guys who are like the best at what they do. Like, I'm friends with Cameron Kirkconnell in spearfishing and Mike Pannone and tons of other professional shooters. So I'm hoping to bring the knowledge I've learned from those guys to you guys and bring them on the channel. And you've already seen some of them if you look down below at some of the other channels out there. I've got, some of the best guys in the world helping me share this information with you. Having said that, something I can speak to as an expert is how to travel with a firearm. I have over 1 million miles flown with Delta, United, American, don't get me, I have like millions of miles with American. I've been to over 47 countries and I've been all over the United States multiple times. I've traveled with a pistol as well as a long gun. And I'm not gonna talk about the long gun today, that's a whole different video, but today I'm gonna talk about traveling with a pistol. So, I just got home from a trip. This is the suitcase I had on that trip. This is a large Toomey suitcase, and you can see it has a small combination lock on the outside there. So my pistol and all of my clothing and equipment and gear, radio, all that kind of stuff stayed in this bag right here. So I do not believe in carrying a pistol in a specific locked Pelican-esque style case and checking it in. I've heard too many horror stories about people losing them, people getting them stolen, those things just not showing up. I have numerous friends that have lost their firearms flying with a Pelican case. To that notion, when I fly with a bow, I don't carry it in a Pelican style case. I carry it in a case that looks like it's made for golf clubs. And I do the same thing with my long gun as well. And I've had to travel all over the country and the world with a long gun, and this is the way I've always done it. Now, having said that, I am not a lawyer, but I get to sleep with one every night because I'm married to one. Having said that, this is not legal advice. No YouTuber can give you personal legal advice. It is your responsibility to understand the laws and know the laws of the places you're traveling to and what the laws are for those specific airlines. So I would encourage you to go out and do the research for the airline you're flying. Having said that, everything I have read and been told about, oh, this airline does it this way, it's totally different every single time, no matter what the airline is, okay? So different, I believe it's agent specific. Whatever that agent's experience is, their feelings on firearms, all of those things usually come out very quickly. And the way that I handle it is just like this. Number one, when I approach the agent, I say hello, hand them my driver's license, and tell them where I'm flying to. Usually I'm already checked in. I've got kind of all those ninja statuses with the different airlines, so I can check in, get exit rows, try to get upgrades, stuff like that. So I'm usually already checked in. So I tell them where I'm flying to and that I have a firearm to declare. From there, the agent is going to pull out a small white slip, but it's a small white declaration slip. They're gonna ask you to sign it. And then one of three things is gonna happen. They're going to just ask you to open up your suitcase and they're gonna throw it in there. They're gonna ask to open up the safe that the firearm is in and they're gonna throw it in there, or they're going to ask to see the firearm. This is not airline specific. This is agent specific. Every airline I've been on, every agent I'm with does it completely different. I just flew American Airlines to Dallas, Texas from LAX. The LAX agent just kind of threw it in the bag, and the Dallas agent was like, "Can I see your firearm?" So, same airline, different agents, totally different process. How do I pack up my firearm? I carry my firearm in a small combination safe, just like this, okay? I do not use a safe with a lock on the outside that takes a key. The reason for that is if an agent wants to call me, I have my business card on my bag, as well as, I took it off here, but usually I have a business card taped here and here with my cell phone number highlighted on that business card. So they can look at it and go, I want to see this, I want to see, oh, I can call this guy. I have never been called. I've got a lot of friends that have traveled all over the world. I asked about 7 guys before I made this video. One of them had been called before by TSA, and it was on a long gun. It actually wasn't on a pistol. So he gave them the combination, and his rifle was there when he arrived. Having said that, I still like having a combination because I don't want to carry around an extra key. So I know if I know that combination, I can get into it. I don't do the electronic locks. I've heard horror stories of the batteries wearing out and then guys in there with crowbars trying to open them. I like the combination lock, small pistol safe. It has to be metal or a hard plastic. I just go with metal. I've heard different airlines saying they don't like plastic, they're cool with plastic, whatever, but I just go with a metal case. And then as you saw, I have a TSA lock on my bag and then this lock here. This is how I carry the pistol in the safe, okay? I carry it just like this, taken apart like this in the safe. This is my P07 here. This is my kind of do everything, do it all gun. No matter what I'm doing, I'm usually carrying this gun. That's a whole nother video. I'm not gonna talk about that, but I take it apart like this. The reason for that is this has only happened in the Eastern United States as well as California, where they wanna see the pistol and you open it up and you can tell they're a little nervous. Just be calm and cool and act like you've done this 100,000 times. So I open it up, they see it's taken apart. Usually they're like, oh, okay. They don't ask if it's loaded or anything like that once they see this. The TSA agents might ask you questions like, is the gun loaded? Do you have ammunition in the gun? Is the ammunition stored with the firearm? All of those things. Don't ever do that. Now, some people are like, oh, it's fine. Okay, it's just something I don't do. And I never have done. And I do know that airlines, some airlines say, don't do that. So I do have the ammunition in the suitcase, but it is not in the locked container with the firearm. I like to field strip the pistol, put it in the safe, and keep it stored just like this. Ammunition. The most ammunition, I had a job for about 6 years where I traveled with a long gun and a pistol. I had to carry 220 rounds in the long gun and 100 rounds of pistol ammunition, along with 2 pistols and a long gun. It was a cluster conundrum. I have never been asked ever, how much ammunition do you have? How much does your ammo weigh? Now, I do know friends that will try to fly with ammunition for shooting matches and things like that. They've told me stories. I've never had that problem traveling with the amount of ammunition I'm usually carrying with me for a job or for personal protection, depending on what state I'm traveling to. So I keep everything, including my knives, in this DACA pouch. Now I have larger DACA pouches and smaller ones depending on what I'm carrying, but I like to keep everything in a DACA pouch, and then all of the ammunition is stored in its original box. Now, there have been times I've been carrying I like Spear Gold Dot ammunition right here. There have been times I've been carrying this and I didn't have the original box, so I grabbed an old Hornady box. I tend to keep all my old duty ammo boxes and I just fill it up. I put that in this bag here, along with, I have one of my fixed blade knives. I have my favorite folding knife, my Emerson. And then for this job, I just carried 2 mags, one in the gun and a reload as well. So I keep my magazines in this pouch, unloaded, and this has never once ever been a problem for me. And I encourage you to look up the TSA laws, print those out, have those with you in case any questions happen to come up at TSA or with the desk agent at the time. My holster here, I just keep the holster on the side, in the bag kind of loosely around. It's not something I put in the DACA pouch or anything. So that's that, guys. That is how I travel with a pistol. I will do a video on traveling with a rifle soon, probably the next time I have to travel with a rifle. I'll pack one up, and when I come home, I'll unpack it like I am right now for you guys. and kind of show you how I go about doing that. If you enjoy this, please consider liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. If you're interested in any of this stuff, it's in my Amazon store. All proceeds go to Samaritan's Purse. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care.
Oh.